Congratulate me, brother. Congratulate me.
What brought this on?
What do you think brought it on? A furlough, buddy, a furlough. My first one. I've been waiting 6 months for it. Going down to the station tonight, pick up my reservation for next Tuesday.
Lucky stiff. I gotta wait 3 months before I can even put in. Going home?
Like a bat out of hell. Like an arrow from a bow.
Oh, you sound like a wacky poet.
Listen, brother, I got something to go home for. Take a look at that.
Say, is that her?
You betcha, boy. The prettiest damn girl in Buxton County. And smart, too. She's gonna be a librarian. None of this baby doll stuff for me. I'm gonna marry her.
Has she got a sister?
Listen, private first class, this is out of your league. PFCs can't travel in company like that.
Oh, yeah? Listen, Romeo.
Boy, oh boy, I can taste Mom's baked Virginia ham, and cloves, and sweet pickles, and that nice, juicy, hot apricot pie.
Oh, cut it out, will you?
And stepping out every night with the one and only.
Go away, will you? You're killing me.
Oh, but it's a wonderful death. Hey, Rosen, break it up. Get going. Dream about it, PFC. Dream about Corporal Greene in heaven. I want to pick up that reservation on the Limited for next Tuesday. The name's Greene, Corporal John Greene.
Greene. Oh, yes, Greene. Could have sold this a dozen times. It hadn't have been for you, Corporal.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I just got the okay on my furlough this afternoon, though.
I've been waiting 5 or 6 hours for you to come and pick this up.
You've been waiting 5 or 6 hours for me. Say, listen, brother, my girl's been waiting 6 months.
That's right. Here you are.
Okay, thanks.
Can I get a berth in the Cleveland train tonight?
Haven't got a thing on that train, miss.
You haven't? Well, are there any seats in the coach?
Sorry, that train is all Pullman. The first train through for Cleveland is 3 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Dear.
Just make yourself comfortable over there in one of our nice big easy chairs. Next.
Excuse me, but I couldn't help overhearing about, well, you're having to wait all night for another train.
Thanks, I'll be all right.
Well, don't you want me to help you check that? If you fall asleep, somebody might steal it.
You shouldn't bother.
Oh, I can't see a lady in distress, can I? Hey, tonight I love everybody.
Do you?
Sure. I just got an okay on a furlough starting next week. Been waiting 6 months for it. Boy, do I feel good.
I see.
Yes, sir. About a week from tonight, I'm going to be taking myself a nice hot bath in a tub. Then I'm going to sleep in a nice soft bed again.
Don't they have soft beds in the Army?
Are you kidding?
Oh, please let me pay for it.
Madam, it's a pleasure. Hey, what's your name?
Anne?
Mine's Johnny. Hey, look, Ann, I'm so happy I can't sit still. What do you say we celebrate a little, huh? You and me? You know, a couple of beers.
Oh, no, thank you, I couldn't.
Oh, come on, be a sport. You got a long night ahead of you. You don't want to wait all night in this joint, do you?
Well, I don't think
You can't let me drink alone, can you? That beer tastes a lot sweeter. Check. What do you say, huh? Oh, you're terrific. And that beer's gonna taste like
Like beer?
Yeah, like beer.
You don't think I'm in the habit of talking to strangers.
Oh, me, a stranger? Hey, lady, I've known you for years.
But, seriously, my friends would just about die if they thought I spoke to someone whom I've never been introduced to.
Yeah, do I know? You can't be too careful. Fill them up? Yeah, 2 more. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, let's have a real shot this time. You know, straight bourbon.
Oh, I don't think I...
Oh, come on. This is no night for beer. This is a celebration. 2 bourbons, Chief.
Corporal Greene certainly likes to have his own way.
Who, me? Hey, I want what you want. Lady, I'm your servant.
Well, why don't you ask me what I want?
Okay. What do you want?
You haven't asked me to dance yet. Doesn't the corporal know how to dance?
Are you kidding? Lady, this dance is yours. And you better be good, too. Give me a straight bourbon, will you?
She sure is a swell kid. Wish she wasn't going away. I could have a lot of fun with a kid like that around here.
Let's have a drink here tomorrow.
Oh, no. Come on, let's dance.
Now, she's different. Not like the trash a guy runs into every day. She's a clean kid, you can see that. I wonder if... Well, why not? You've been stuck around here for months. You could stand a little fun. But you better go easy. Remember, you're going home. This is no time to play around. Yeah, but she's clean. You can see that. Oh, you sure were lucky. You really stumbled onto something nice.
You got the prettiest hair. So nice and soft.
You say the nicest things. Did you miss me?
Miss you. Say, you've been away for months. Come on, let's dance.
Gosh, it's late.
Late? Why you got hours and hours?
I think I better get back to the station.
Why? You got 3 hours yet.
I think we better go, Johnny.
Oh, listen, don't worry, Ann. I'll get you there in time. The night's young.
I know, but...
Oh, baby, we only live once. Come on, let's get out of this joint and get some air, huh? Isn't that a swell story?
That's really funny.
I thought it was a while the first time I heard it. got real romance in him. He knows what makes the world go round. Now, isn't this better than moping around that old barn? Why hang around a station when you can get a little nature?
Yes, I know, Johnny, but it's awfully late. I
You really ought to relax. Hell, the fire's lighted. Let's get comfortable.
Oh, don't, Johnny. Let's not start.
Oh, look, I've been around. We like each other, don't we? Well, what's wrong with being nice, then? Gosh, there's a war on, honey. We gotta do everything a lot faster.
I know, but well, a girl has to have some self-respect.
Sure, I know, but this is different. Why, the first time I looked at you, sparks began to fly. That's important. Two people meet, and it happens just like that. Well, maybe we ought to sell some tickets.
It's awfully conspicuous here, Johnny.
Yeah, come on, let's go someplace where we can get some privacy.
Johnny?
Yeah.
What time is it?
I don't know. It's late.
I'll say. Where you been?
All around. I had myself a time.
What did you do? Don't tell me you,
I sure did, boy. Something nice, too. Real nice.
You son of a... Has she got us... Say, did you take a pro?
No, I'm too tired.
You better go.
Ah, she was only a kid. Clean as a whistle.
Even a whistle can get messy.
Will you stop worrying? She was only a kid, I tell you.
Hey, you guys, pipe down.
I wish she was staying around.
Johnny. Johnny.
Oh, Tom.
Hiya.
Say, you had fights last night?
No, damn it, I missed them.
You should have been there. They're very good. You know those guys take a hell of a chance earning their living like that?
Boy, you're not kidding.
Getting up plumb in the middle of the night. What time is it? What's the matter? What the hell's eating you?
I got a dose.
Dose? You sure?
I got a fine dose.
You better go over to the dispensary.
My furlough starts tomorrow. Son of
Little... You ought to go over there right away. Maybe it's nothing at all.
Yeah, maybe it's nothing. I gotta get that furlough.
Well, Corporal? The test shows gonorrhea.
But
Yes, I know. Can only happen to the other guy. Can never happen to you. Sit down.
I could have sworn she was all right. She was so young, she looked so clean.
Of course she looked clean. That's how you get infected. Most of you men have sense enough to let the women who look like real tarts alone. But it's the clean kids that worry us. That's our problem today. Keep you men from playing around with the so-called nice girls.
Honest, sir, she didn't look like she could possibly have anything.
Yes, I know. Well, I'll turn you over to Lieutenant Halsey. He'll put you under treatment.
But, Captain, I've got a furlough coming up tomorrow. I've waited 6 months for this.
The furlough's out.
But you don't know what this means to me, sir.
I know what it means to you. I know very well what it means to you. But you should have thought of that earlier.
What about those new drugs you hear about? Aren't they supposed to work fast?
Not that fast. Most cases they're effective, but it takes a while to determine whether you're really cured or not. Besides, you may have picked up syphilis.
Syphilis?
Syphilis. You've been exposed to one, you may have been exposed to the other.
Oh, but I thought... I heard that syphilis is only a bad case of gonorrhea.
Not by a long shot. It's an entirely different disease. The symptoms are different, the consequences are different, and the treatment is different.
Well, when will I know if I've got it?
In a few weeks.
A few weeks? Why, sir, I'll lose my whole furlough.
We'll do the best we can.
You see, sir, we've been alerted. I wanted to see my family. I may not see them again.
We'll do the best we can. You report to Lieutenant Halsey. He'll take care of you.
You ought to send me to the psychopathic ward. I ought to have my head examined.
Now, take it easy, Greene. Got lots of company. You've caught it in time, and you're going to be all right. That's one of the main things. Get the infection in time. A lot of the men are afraid to report. They try to treat themselves, or maybe they go to some quack. Then they're really in trouble. Well, report to Lieutenant Halsey. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Here's the doctor.
You're doing fine, Mason. It's all right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Miss Eddie, you can go. Report to Captain Stevens, 11 o'clock.
Do I get out, Doc?
Now, we'd better keep an eye on you a little longer, Jensen. Okay, Greene.
You mean I can go?
Yes, there's no sign of syphilis. Report to Captain Stevens, 11 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Well, you've all been burned. Now you're ready to leave the hospital. But before you go, there are a few things I want to say to you. Now, because you were lucky, you got off easy. A lot of the other men are going to have to sweat it out. But remember, you're not always going to be lucky. I don't want you leaving here thinking it's a cinch. That you get a dose, have a few treatments, maybe stay in bed a while, and that it's okay. Well, you can't. Because sooner or later you're going to get an infection that may ruin your life. And before you leave here, I want you to see what happened to other men who thought they could get away with it. You're going to see just how lucky you were, and what you could have gotten yourself into. Take a look at this. Take a good look. There's the fellow that put you in the hospital. Those bean-shaped objects, that's gonococcus, the gonorrhea germ. Okay then. Now you know what it looks like. And the only way that germ can get into you is by actual contact. Almost always by sexual intercourse with a diseased woman. Venereal disease germs need warmth and moisture to keep alive. That's why they thrive in the sexual organs. As you know from experience, gonorrhea attacks the inside of the penis. 3 to 7 days after exposure, you had a sharp burning pain when you tried to urinate. Then you had the discharge. But the immediate effects, the painful urination, the discharge, are nothing compared to what happens if complications set in. That's why it's absolutely necessary for you to have the proper treatment at once. Immediately. Those gonorrhea germs just don't wait for your convenience. They multiply with terrific rapidity. And if you ever let them get a good start on you, well, it may be just too bad, that's all. Now, there's something else I want to explain to you. I want to show you what can happen to you if you get an infection and neglect it, or try to treat it yourself. Now, take the prostate gland here. If you don't catch that germ in time, the chances are pretty certain that the infection will spread back into this gland. And it will extend into these tubes that carry your sperm cells. If it ever gets back in here, you can raise plenty of hell for the rest of your life. Now, that's one place it can get into. Another place is the testicles. If it ever hits you here, you'll probably become sterile. You can never have kids. And that isn't all either. The infection can spread into the joints. And if it does, it can cripple you. It'll cripple you permanently with arthritis or gonorrheal rheumatism. I remember a case that I took care of some years ago, and I assure you this is no bedtime story to frighten babies. The fella got a dose. He neglected it. He tried to treat himself. As a result, he's a cripple. Probably as long as he lives. And that's the disease that you hear jokes about being no worse than a bad cold. Well, the next time you hear some wise, ignorant guy shooting off his mouth, somebody who says, you're no man unless you get a dose at least once, well, you can tell him off. I said you men were lucky. Sergeant, bring me that dog field preparation. I want to show you what else you could have picked up. You've only seen the little brother. The big brother, too. Syphilis. This is the syphilis germ, the spirochete. It's called a spirochete because it looks like a spiral. It's one of the most deadly scourges in the world. But it can be beaten. We've got the cure for it. But it's the old story. You've got to catch it in time. You've got to destroy it before it digs in and begins to destroy you. Take a look. The spirochete is one of the most active of all germs. Once it gets into the bloodstream, it may turn up almost anywhere. It can strike any of the human organs. Your heart, your spinal cord, your brain.
Why don't you be nice to me, Ann? Gee, life's short. We gotta take what's good.
The most active of all germs can strike your spinal cord, your brain.
Life's short, Ann. We gotta take what's good.
Sir, may I ask a question?
Go right ahead.
Well, sir, when do you first know if you've got it?
You'll know. The first sign is usually a sore on the penis. This sore is called a chancre. One of our men thought he could treat it himself. He went to a drugstore and got some medicine. The sore disappeared. He thought that's all there was to it. But a few weeks later, an eruption broke out. The syphilis germ was still in his body. Syphilis may silently continue its attack on the body for years, and then suddenly make itself known by some tragic occurrence. A man I knew had syphilis years ago and ignored his doctor's advice about treatment.
Hello there, Tom.
Well, hello, Ben.
How been?
Excuse me, Ben. I gotta catch my bus.
Then, one day while he was running for a bus, syphilis had damaged his heart, robbed him of his life. A man whose brain has been ravaged by syphilis isn't a pretty sight. His speech becomes slurred, meaningless. He loses his ability to think clearly. He becomes insane, daffy, and death usually results.
Tell me, how is your memory?
Memory 100%.
Memory's 100%. How are your spirits?
Spirits 100%.
Are you happy?
A night work, happy new year. God bless you, Mom.
You're happy?
You know, night time work.
I wonder if you'd say this after me. Lovely Lily Lehman.
Lovely
Lovely
Lily Lehman.
Lily Lehman.
100%.
Truly rural.
Truly true viewpoint, America.
Truly rural.
Truly rural.
Liquid electricity.
Liquid electricity.
If syphilis gets into the spinal cord, it's pretty tough. It attacks the nerve centers. You can become a lifelong invalid, a paralytic. I remember a veteran of the last war. A bullet didn't cripple him. It was syphilis. I told you that gonorrhea can make you sterile so that you'll never have any kids. Well, syphilis is different. Won't keep you from having kids, but the kind you produce you'll never want to bring into the world. They may be idiots or cripples. They'll have 3 strikes against them before they even start. If you go overseas, the danger is even more serious. Because besides gonorrhea and syphilis, there are a couple of other diseases, worse than either of them. There's no need to go into that now. Take my word for it, they're Lulus. Moreover, the venereal diseases are likely to be more severe. They'll hit you harder, they'll be harder to cure. And in a great many foreign countries, the percentage of diseased women is much higher than here in the United States. You were a lot of chumps once. Now you're all over it. Don't be a sucker again. Remember, avoid prostitutes, avoid pickups, avoid pushovers. If you do expose yourself, get right over to the Prophylactic Station. Or use a pro kit, but don't put it off. Every minute's delay cuts down the effectiveness of the prophylaxis. The longer you wait, the deeper those germs dig in, and the faster they spread. Don't do any guessing about yourself. At the first sign of infection, go and see your medical officer. Don't try to cut in on the doctor's territory. It's his job to treat you. That's what he's there for. Well, I guess that's all. You can go now. Thank you. Coming through, man.
Sure scares the pants off you hearing the doc tell you about those diseases.
Yeah. We certainly were a couple of chumps.
And how? This is one guy's going to stay away from floozies from now on.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Well, take it easy, boy. I'll be seeing you.
So long. Don't take any wooden nickels. And hold on to those $2.
That sun's warm. Sure good to be out again. I don't have to be a sucker. Maybe I can get that furlough soon. I'll be able to see them all back home.
What's on your mind, Greene?
Thought I'd try again.
Try what?
Well, you know, I got a bad break on that furlough. Thought maybe I could put in again for the end of the month.
There won't be any more furloughs.
Won't be any. Are you kidding, Sergeant?
Kidding hell, we're moving out. Just got the notice.
Yeah, but I missed out on my first furlough. I wanted to see my...
Yeah, I know, but that's the way it is. We're moving out and there won't be any more furloughs. Not till we get over. Sorry, Greene.
Okay, Sergeant, thanks. Just pretty busy, that's all. You know how it is, Mom. We're always on the go. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will, of course, sure. Well... Yeah, well, I'll try to write more often. You don't have to worry. I'll take care of myself. Yeah. All right. Well, give my love to Dad and Eddie again here. All right, sure, yeah. Well, say hello to Ruth for me, will you? Tell her I'll call her soon. Tell her... Well, I gotta go now. Goodbye, Mom. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Come on, let's get that stuff right. Huh?
Hurry. Finally here, we're really moving out.
Hiya, Pete, how you doing? Hey, I really walked into something. Here I go off on furlough, I come back, and bingo, they're packing like mad. Well, you'd think they were waiting for me.
Yeah, we got a lot to do. You finished?
Oh, no, I just got here. Hey, did I have a time? I saw my folks, was out with my best gal, home cooking. Brother, it was wonderful.
We better get going. See you later.
Yeah, sure. See you later.
Free, too.
Gee, that's a swell-looking yacht.
You ain't kidding, Bud.
Greene,
Okay, soldier, keep moving.